We're checking in with Dalton Risner after the Broncos 37-12 loss to the Raiders. Dalton, how frustrating is it to lose like this to a rival?
Extremely frustrating. We know we're a better football team than that. And the thing that frustrates me the most, Sydney, is that it's the same old tune that I'm going to tell you, and it's that we're a better football team than that. And I'm sick of saying that. I'm sick of saying that. I really am. But I can promise you one thing. We're not giving up on – and I know myself and the rest of the team, we're not giving up on each other. We're not giving up on this organization. We're not giving up on anything. I know very well that someday there's going to come a point where we look back on days like this and times like this being 3-6, and we're going to smile looking back on those times and saying that's what made us who we are. So I don't want anyone to give up on us, and I'm not saying that, but I promise you it doesn't matter who gives up on us. As long as we stay internal and believe in each other, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, how do you stay so optimistic and stay so confident at this point in the season?
I look at my teammates. To be honest with you, Sydney, I look to Jesus. We're playing this game to glorify him. This is a game of football, and it's much more than a game. I don't think people understand that it's so much more than a game to us. This is our profession. This is our career. This is our livelihood. This is what we do 24/7. So we're not going to give up on that. And some teams might give up on it, but I'm sure still not going to give up on it when I got guys like Drew Lock behind me, when I got guys like Phillip Lindsay, when I got guys like, Von Miller, Cortland Sutton, Jerome Casey, Bradley Chubb, Melvin Gordon, Graham Glasgow. I'm not giving up. And I got too many guys in that locker room that count on me. We all count on each other. So Jesus Christ and my teammates, they will always be enough to keep pushing us through.
You mentioned Drew. I know you're super close with Drew Lock. What do you say to him to kind of keep him motivated and keep his spirits high?
You don't got to say a dang thing to Drew. Drew is so hard on himself. You can see it. He's a competitor. And it's a hard balance from keeping composed and being pissed. And I can see that in his eyes. I can see him battling that. I can see him battling, trying to keep composed at the same time, being extremely aggravated with what's going out there on the field. And I don't know what it's like to be a quarterback. I know if I was a quarterback, I would be awful. I know I'd be the worst quarterback ever. So I think Drew is a great football player. I believe in that man. I'm riding with that man till the day someone tells me I can't ride with him no more. He can't ride with me. I got all the love in the world for him. We've seen his capabilities. We ride so high as Broncos country when we get a win, and, we're the best thing that ever happened. So when we lose, we got to ride together still. It's not fun. It sucks. No one wants to accept it. We're embarrassed. We're frustrated. We're angry. But, we got to ride together when we lose as well, and that's what I'm really focused on.
A couple more for you, Dalton. Were there any positives from this game that you want to take away and continue to improve upon for next week?
100%. I can't speak on the whole team. I'm not a player that understands every facet of the game. I can watch it when we break down film and understand it more. But from an offensive line standpoint, I haven't watched the film yet, but I felt like the protection was very, very good at a lot of the parts of the game. They were throwing a lot at us. We didn't have any miscues or MAs, missed assignments, to where guys were running through and free from an offensive line standpoint. And I'm proud to say that. I really am, because at some point, you got to focus on your job. You can't focus on what everyone else is doing. You got to do your job. And I think at a lot of points in the game, we did a hell of a job as an offensive line protecting against some good pass rushers.
All right, last one for you, Dalton. How do you guys regroup and, refocus this week to prepare for Miami?
We remember these times. We don't sulk in them. We remember how bad it sucked to lose to Atlanta. Remember how bad it sucked to lose today, how embarrassing that is. And we don't sulk in it, but we let that fuel us, and we stick together as a team. We ride together when we win, and the world is perfect, and we're smiling and laughing, and the fans love us. And go Broncos. The same thing for me right now. Go Broncos. I love the fans. They should love us. I love my teammates. We're not giving up. And I think that's the biggest thing from a teammate standpoint, from an organizational standpoint, and from a fan base, is that you lose together and you win together. And we lost today, flat out lost. But we're going to use that to fuel us, and we're going to keep working together because we know the wins are going to come.
Well, I know Broncos country will be happy to hear that. Dalton, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Sydney.